Let's do this. So I've gotten my plain paper and mark my center line. With my compass I measure 3.5 centimeter and draw my circle. Now let's extend the tape for the G. So I measured 0.3 centimeter from the tip of my circle on the line and make a mark. So I'm going to extend my circle from this end just a little bit so I will get a G tip. So now after this I'm going to measure from this new tip now inward 1.8 centimeter, and from the line I measured 0.5 down and 0.3 up. So this is for the G now. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to connect the upper dots, that's the 0.3 on the top. Then down here I get the straight line from the 1.8 centimeter that I measured. Now around it we are going to make a mark of 1.2 centimeter all around. Okay, so I've done this. I'm just going to quickly connect it. So this is what we have. Our G is already formed. So just the end of here I'm going to measure 0.5 upwards. That's the C shape of our G. So there, and connect the line. Okay, so now here I extend my line also. So this is what we got, then our G is made. Alright, so now after this we're just going to cut this out. So you can do this or just print your G from the cyber cafe, but in the absence of that, this is how you get your G. Now what we are going to do now is to interlock the G. I'm going to trace this out. Here we go. Then I will mirror it. Okay, so after cutting this out I noticed that my G was spaced so much. So when doing yours, ensure that it's closed a bit. Okay, so I make a mark and make sure that my lines match up very well. So now I placed it and trace the G again. Now this is interlocking it. So this is how we get the G Gucci interlock, just this way, and trace it out. So this is what we got now. What we are going to do now is just extend our band. So I measured 1.1 centimeter and 2.5 centimeter from the tip of the circle, then extend this 3.5 and down here 4 centimeter. So all we have to do is just get a curve from here down. Okay, so after curving this part of it, all we need to do is to fold the line all the way down so that we don't just measure here and measure here, getting it uneven. So I use my masking tape to hold it in place while I cut. Okay, so I'll cut using the line I made previously to cut this end to some extent. So maybe to just the center part of our G, that's where it's meets, the circle part of it meets. Okay, so after this I'll remove my masking tape and fold it into two again, like so. Okay, so this is just that everything aligns properly. I use my masking tape again to hold it into place so that nothing shifts while I am cutting it. So I've trimmed out everything. Still on my masking tape, I'll trim off the G in the center. So do this gradually and till you cut everything out. Okay, so now I've cut everything out. I'll quickly remove my masking tape from the pattern and here we go. Okay, so this is your G interlocked. So I fixed my own up and this is what I got. I didn't want it space, so I made it closed and line it under with a black leather. Thanks for joining me today. See you in my next class.